Bueno.
Okay, today we are going to learn the 5 W's and the 1 H of a story. So we're going to start off with a Good Charlotte video on who, what, where, when, and how.
I woke up this morning to a terrible fright. My favorite hat was nowhere in sight. And I need some help to solve this mystery. You see, my name is Joe, and this here is Ben. Hey, he's not only my brother, but he's my best friend. And together with these words, we'll solve this mystery. So help us figure out who, what, where, when, why, how. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Questions that will help us solve this mystery. You see, who was the person that committed the crime? What made them do it? They must be out of their minds. Where did it happen? From behind my back. When? I don't know, but I really miss my hat. Why did they do it? Because they're thieves. How did anyone do this to me? So those are the tools to solve the crime. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. And that's what you need to solve a mystery. You see, it's getting kind of close to the end of the song. So come on everybody, use those tools and sing along. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Hey Joel, is this your hat? Benji!
Okay, so going on with the lesson. So this is what you are going to learn today. We are learning from Standard CCS to RL1. Key ideas and details. Ask and answer such questions as who, what, where, when, why, and how to demonstrate understanding of key details in a text. So by the end of the lesson, I will be able to create a who, what, when, where, why, and how questions from text I have read. Answer the questions I created. In order for you to master the lesson, I must score 4 out of 4, or 100% on the independent homework activity. So the definitions, these are some of the words we're going to be using all day in this lesson, and it's who, what person or people, which person or people, what, used to ask information about someone or something, and then when is at what time or at during which time, where, at, in, or to what place, when, or at what point, why, for what purpose or point, how, in what manner or way, for what reason, and inference, educated guess or conclusion based on evidence or fact. Any questions on the definitions? So here we have a picture of a book cover. So we're going to try to make some questions up using who, what, when, where, and how, just by looking at this picture. So PJ, can you tell me a question that starts with who? Just looking at this cover with Make-A-Wish Honey Bear.
Who is the bear?
Who is the bear? That's good. Very good. George, can you give us a why?
Why is he laying on the grass?
Why is he laying on the grass? I like that. Good. Sue. When?
When did the butterfly come by the bear?
When did the butterfly? Very good. Here's another one. PJ?
Where is the bear at?
Okay, good. You don't know where he's at really, do you? He could be in a park. He could be in his backyard. Forest, maybe? I don't know. At a meadow, maybe. And what? George, can you give us a what?
What is the bear thinking?
What is the bear thinking? I like that one. Very good. Let's see our last one. It's the how.
How did the bear get there?
How did the bear get there? Very good. Very good. See, so we can make all these questions just by looking at a picture. So next, we're going to look at a picture with a one-sentence statement. So yesterday, I saw a cat in a tree. And there's our cat in the tree up there. George, who saw the cat?
I saw the cat.
You saw the cat. Very good. Sue, what was the cat doing in the tree?
Hanging on.
Hanging on. The cat was hanging on. I had put the cat was hanging on a limb. So there's different ways you can always have different sentences or different statements for those questions. PJ, what about when was the cat in the tree? Using the picture in the statement.
When did the cat get up the tree?
When was the cat in the tree? Using our statement.
Oh, yesterday the cat was in the tree.
Very good. And George, where was the cat?
Well, the cat was in the tree.
In the tree. He was in the tree. So Sue, why was the cat in the tree?
The cat got chased by a dog.
Now you had to use your brain, didn't you, for that one? Because it doesn't show a dog in there.
No.
So you're using an educated guess or inference. PJ, why was the cat in the tree?
Because the dog chased the cat up the tree?
Oh, Sue, I'm sorry. How did, I forgot to push that, I'm sorry. How did the cat get in the tree? There we go.
Oh, the dog chased the cat up the tree.
But how? How did the cat himself get up there?
Oh, the cat climbed up the tree.
Climbed up the tree, okay. See, so now we can use text and a picture to come to the conclusion of these questions. So, we're going to do a story right now. And I am going to read the passage. I want you to read silently to yourselves. You can circle, underline, highlight any words that you may have questions on. Think of answers to the questions presented by me as I read it, and be prepared to discuss with the class. So our story is The Haunted House. Annie and Rosa were walking home. It was just getting dark. They got to the big gray house. They always hated walking by that house. It was old and empty, and it had many broken windows. Everyone said it was haunted. As they went by, they heard a strange noise. It sounded like a baby crying. They stopped and looked around, but couldn't see anyone. The noise was coming from the house. Rosa was very brave. She walked all the way up to the house. Suddenly, Rosa began to laugh. She pointed at the roof and said, "Look, Annie, there's our ghost." Annie looked. The noise was coming from a scared little kitten. The kitten was stuck on the roof. "Sometimes things are not what they seem," Annie said. So taking this story, we're going to have our 5 W's and our 1 H questions. The one question I came up for the first one was, who does not like to walk by the old gray house? Anyone? Raise your hand. George?
Annie and Rosa don't like to walk by the house.
Annie and Rosa don't. Very good. Annie and Rosa. There we go. The next W I have, what did the strange noise sound like? Sue?
The noise sounded like a baby crying.
Baby crying. And where did you see that in the passage?
The second paragraph under the picture of the house.
Oh, good job. Thank you. When was Annie and Rosa walking by the haunted house?
When it was getting dark?
When it was getting dark. What other thing could you have said instead of when it's getting dark without using a little bit out of the box?
Because Annie and Rosa were walking by occupied at home on their way home from school.
From school or in the
In the
evening
evening.
or night, things like that too. Very good. The fourth W, where was the strange noise coming from? Now this one could have two answers in the text. Anybody have, raise your hand?
It says right here that the noise was coming from the house.
Okay, yes, that's one. Can anybody find the second one?
She pointed to the roof.
But is that where the noise came from?
Oh, from the kitten.
From a scared little kitten. So there was two ones that you could actually choose. Why was Rosa very brave?
Playing with the machine. Not on the screen.
Because she walked up to the house even though it was making, she heard a scary noise.
Very good. Yes, she walked straight up to that house.
Dun, dun,
How do you think the kitten got stuck on the roof?
I think he climbed up there.
He climbed up there?
dun. Dog chased it up there.
Dog chased it up there? George, you
Two
have an
boys
idea?
with a slingshot. We're chasing a dog.
I don't know.
No, no? Those sound like pretty good answers?
Well, it could have gone out the window and just
Very good.
forgot how to get back in the house.
It could have been after a bird.
Somebody's brother-in-law could have brought the kitten to the house, and the owner of the home took the cat and threw it up on the roof.
There you go.
So, by just asking all of these questions, we can learn more about the story and really understand it. Oops. Okay, so
Was
now,
that a true story?
now we're going to, you guys are going to read another passage, but you're going to get in your groups this time. And so we're going to read the passage Summer Vacation with your group. You're going to circle, underline, or highlight any words or phrases you do not understand. You're going to discuss these with your group or teacher. As a group, you will create questions for who, what, when, where, and why, and how, and write them on the right side of your journal, leaving the left side open to paste the passage in later. Discuss the possible answers with your group and write the answers in your journal. Then you're going to glue it on your left side and then prepare to share with the class. So you're going to create a question and you're going to answer the question for each one. So summer vacation. So go ahead and get in your groups.
The first thing Paula did on her summer vacation was take a swimming class at the pool. Paula got a medal at the end of her class because she was a good swimmer. Her brother Max earned a medal too. The best part of the class was when the teacher let Paula and Max jump off the diving board. Paula and Max had a great time at their swimming class. Another thing Paula liked was going to the zoo. She and her family stayed all day and saw all kinds of animals. They saw a show where the seals did lots of tricks. Paula's favorite animal at the zoo were the monkeys and the elephants. Paula and her family had a great summer day at the zoo. So,
So we need to make a question for who?
okay, who had a summer vacation?
That's a good one. I like that one. So,
Yeah. So Paula and Max had a big summer vacation.
All right.
Yeah.
so if we have a question for what, I like, what did Paula and Max earn?
Paula and Max earned medals.
Yeah. Okay. Good job, Lisa. You answered my question.
Good job.
So where, for the where, we can say, where did Paula and her family go? But actually, that's just two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they went to the swimming class, and then, I don't know if it was on the same day, but they also went to the zoo.
All right.
So that one has two answers.
Okay.
Good job.
On the when did Paula and Max go to the pool?
Well, they had to go during their summer vacation.
That's what it says in the story.
Oh, yeah. Good point. And why? Why did Paula and Max earn medals?
Oh, they earned them because they were really good swimmers.
They're working very well together.
Yeah, and then, okay, so for the how did,
You can get it out.
yeah, well, how did Paula and Max get to the zoo?
They got to the zoo with their parents.
I bet they drove a car. It
Yeah.
doesn't say that, but I'm inferring that they went in a car together.
They could have.
Yeah.
A '69 Dodge Charger with a rebel flag in the top.
Okay,
Probably
okay,
was.
so we need to glue these in.
All right.
Oh, I see you guys are all done.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All done.
So what did you learn about summer vacation?
Oh, that they had a great time all summer, that they stayed busy.
They stayed busy. What was one of the questions you came up with in your group?
What did Paula and Max earn?
What did they earn? Oh.
They
There
earned
was another
medals.
group. I would ask them what they would. Okay. Good, good. So now we're going to do almost the same thing. We're going to do it independently though. And so you are going to read this passage to yourself. And on your right side of the journal, write the questions who and how. So who and how are the only ones that you're going to write a question for, and you're going to answer those questions. If you have any questions yourself about this assignment, please raise your hand, and I'll get back to you. But please do this on your own, read the passage, but if you need extra help, just raise your hand and I will come by. Oh, one thing I wanted to say about pretty fish, there's 2 words in here. We don't use these words all that often, but you'll see this word brook. A brook is like a little stream. It's just a small stream, small scale stream, kind of like what you see down at the bottom. And then also with brook and
I wish I could keep it so pretty.
the pond. Pond. That's a small little lake, kind of like this right here, pond. So just to help you out a little bit on the terminology in this.
Okay.
So you got your questions ready?
Yep.
Now, which questions did you write questions for? What were the 2 words you had to use?
Who and how?
Who and how. Okay, perfect. So, PJ, can you share one of your questions? Not the answer, just the question.
Who went to the brook?
Who went to the brook? Sue, who went to the brook?
Me?
No, Sue.
Oh.
Frank.
Brianna.
Frank. Frank went to the brook. Very good.
Well, John must have gone there though too, even though it doesn't say, but well, it does say, I went to the brook and John's talking. So
Right.
Frank and John.
Frank and John did, yes. Sue, can you share one of your questions, please?
How did Frank catch the fish?
George, can you answer Sue's question?
Frank caught the fish with a net.
With a net. Very good. Yes. So that's what this is over here. Now, have you ever caught a fish with a net before?
Yeah.
No,
What do you usually use?
a fishing pole.
Fishing pole. Yeah. So this must have been a really kind of shallow place, is what I'm thinking. So. Okay.
You can catch pollywogs with a net.
If you had a fish tank, you can catch them inside your fish tank with a net.
Yeah.
Hey, George, can you share one of your questions with us, please?
The who and how?
Yes.
We're
this is-
still